So anytime you see one of these in an antique shop or something like that, when you open it up, be real careful, because these do come loose easily, and the stones will, they might fall and break to the ground. So that's kind of how they're built. This is another pike. You can see again the green box. The writing is almost off of it. On this one, they usually will have an advertisement on one side, which in this case it's in India, and on this side it also says India. But they always say reversible stone box. This one has a nice India stone on one side, the fine and the coarse on the other. So if you get the opportunity to pick up a couple of these cheap, there's what I do. I usually try to, when I'm sharpening, I try to go through the grits. So I'll start and I will put one of each of a coarse and a fine India in one box. That way I can use one, clean up, flip it, use the other, and then go on to the next box. And then I will put either a lily white Washita and a hard Arkansas, or I'll put a soft Arkansas and a hard Arkansas in one. That way you can progress through the different grits. Pike later on went to just an oak box. You'll find all kinds of them. This one has again, the reversible oilstone box. This one has a lily white Washita, which are great stones. They are truly a soldier in sharpening. This one, as you can see, has had a lot of use. It's really dirty. Don't ever let that stand in your way. These stones can be cleaned up unless you see a crack in it, even a little chip out of the corner. As long as they'll mount in here, and you can do a lot to fix them. This is a great stone. We'll just kind of flip through a couple of the others. This one, I recently purchased this. The box was kind of coming apart, but a lot of times people will have felt. Some of them came with felt in them. But this person advertised it as a really great coarse stone, which was the India, and then another, and I think that they advertised it as a man-made type of plastic. Well, as they were seeing the translucency of the hard Arkansas, and I think I picked this up for a song. I'm almost embarrassed to tell you that I think it was under 20 bucks or something for shipping. These stones, if you can find one with the hard Arkansas and one of the others in good shape, that hard Arkansas is going to take the value well over $100 on most of these. If you can find a one with the Washita or the soft Arkansas, although the soft Arkansas is a great stone, a lot of people are drawn to the Washitas because they cut faster, and they'll use a Washita and then a hard Arkansas. But any of these, I would say probably the lowest value on these would be the ones that would have 2 India stones in them. And still, if you get a nice box, I'd pick it up. You might pay 50, 60 bucks for it, but you're going to have something that you're never going to be able to duplicate. A couple of the other things, and we'll get on with this. This has a, as you can see, again, it says the reversible. This has a nice label on it. This, again, still is Pike. At some time, it looks like this was probably $3 that somebody picked it up. But this also has an India, and I believe this is a soft Arkansas in this stone, in this box. You'll find some boxes that are really in tough condition. Now this is not, although this is an old box, it's not an oak box. And Pike didn't always use oak. Once it got into Norton and Norton started doing them, they did get I think all the boxes were oak. Again, reversible. This is a lily white Washita. This one has, somebody has worked on it. It's got a little different latch on here. But This is how you find them a lot. People will show them. They'll advertise them on the internet like this. They just absolutely look like crap. In this one, you can tell the pivot is on here. The best ones, or the oldest ones, are the ones with the single stones. And in this one, if you take it over and you look, you can see that this is the Washita. It's kind of a coffee colored. And again, be very careful with these and make sure that you don't drop them out on the floor, because, as you know, these will break. Just a couple more and we'll end this up. This one, again, is another Lily White Washita. Good label on it. Has also another good label on the other side. I don't really collect these for the antique value of the box or the labeling. I'm really into them for what's inside of them. But this one does have a nice label, so if you can get that, you can pick it up. At some point, this stone has gotten a couple of the corners broken off. That's like it with any of those stones. These are great stones, and a few little nicks on the corner is not going to affect the value of it. I had another stone that I wanted to show you that had just, it was a mint Washita, but I can't seem to lay my hands on it. I did come across another one of these newer ones. As you can see, this is what it looked like brand new, a fine India soft Arkansas. This is kind of the same thing. So this in itself had a mint soft Arkansas. That's the reason that I bought this. The other side, you can see it's got the nice softer India stone. These in themselves are becoming somewhat scarce to find good ones that aren't gouged out. So anyway, the Pike or the Norton, this was another, this will be the last one I'll get into. This is one that was really stained. You can see it still has the oil on it. It's in perfect condition. This stone is flat as it can be. It has on the other side a soft Arkansas. So somebody has done the same thing that I did. They put a soft Arkansas and a hard translucent Arkansas on this side. I picked this up. It was also dirt cheap. You can see the remnants of the brown label, which kind of will let you know that it was a later one. This is one that Norton had. And if you'll notice, the one reason I wanted to show you this is the later ones have the two screws, one on each side. The casting is not quite as heavy. This is a stamped steel. The other one, they were cast and they were a lot heavier. Doesn't change the value or the quality of the stones. Again, these are some of the best translucent Arkansas that I've ever come across are in these reversible stones. I don't know if that's because in order to get the big 1-inch thick stones, they had some that didn't quite make it. So these are often, I feel that they were cut from a slab to make those others, and this is what was left. And this ends up being as good, if not a better quality than the other. So anyway, I think that ought to probably do it for us today. We'll leave with a look at a couple of my favorite ones. The hard Arkansas early Pike with the green box, the brown brand new Norton box, and I hope that you come across one of these. I'm not really buying too many of them. Now that I'm doing this, probably the value of these might tend to go up. So I hope you tell your friends about this. I hope that you'll subscribe to my channel. I'll be having a lot more of these videos. be a good opportunity for you to get notification when you see it. So Period Woodworker here, I want to thank you for joining me.